top of the table clash between defending champions Canaan and Bonaccord and second place club Crusoe in the Tobago Cricket Association's two-day championship was widely billed as the game of the season. It certainly appeared, on paper anyway, to have all the right ingredients. However, for the few spectators who turned out at the C&B recreation ground to witness the much anticipated head-to-head, the match sadly failed to live up to its billing. League leader C&B won the toss, and an ecstatic Marcus Daniel chose to put Crusoe in on what appeared to be a green top. But appearances can often be deceiving. The wicket played well enough, and Crusoe's top-order pairing of left-handers Leron Lizama, 62, and Antonio Providence, 29, were watchful and cautious in contributing to a first-innings score of 256 for 7 declared in 43 overs. Glennon Sharp, 37, and Crusoe's skipper Nevin Stewart, 25, made useful contributions. Shouldering the bowling duties for C&B were the spin trio of Raj Singh, who picked up 3 wickets, Marcus Daniel and Jamie Boyce. Crusoe's declaration had a twofold aim. More than simply an outright win, Crusoe needed to gain as many bonus points as possible whilst restricting C&B to collecting bonus points of their own. The other element was time. Not only the time needed to amass runs, but more importantly, time enough to bowl C&B out twice. That task appeared to be possible when Seema Zard Clark was running through the C&B batting lineup, taking 4 of the top 5 for only 11 runs. Things looked dire at one point for C&B, yet they managed, in part, with a fine 59 from Shakil Duncan, to drag themselves to 137 for 7, Duncan falling to a superb catch on the boundary by Glennon Sharp, at the close of play on day 1. The fact that day 2 promised so much, yet realised so little, was down to too many factors to deal with in a match report. But it's worth noting here that Crusoe came into the match still smarting from having been denied the opportunity to collect bonus points from their recently abandoned match with Challengers, when the latter failed to turn up with sufficient players to make a side. Crucially, C&B in their match with Challengers had collected full bonus points. There was all-round surprise when Marcus Daniel declared early on day 2, C&B having reached 150 for 7, thereby denying Crusoe the opportunity to bowl C&B out and to collect the desperately needed bonus points. The squeeze was on, and Crusoe's skipper Stewart was left visibly frustrated. After several calculations, the experienced and intensely competitive Stewart concluded that it was no longer possible to overhaul C&B, and, perhaps in anticipation of other battles with C&B to come, in the 40-over final certainly, and the T20 competition possibly, Stewart decided to bat out the day. From that point on, the match ceased to have any interest for the spectators, and it became a rather unattractive and tedious spectacle, petering out eventually into a tame draw. If anything can be salvaged from what turned out to be a non-event, it may, for Crusoe, be Antonio Providence's batting that showed maturity and control, along with that of Leron Lizama, who continues to impress with his class and quality. For C&B, it may be argued that Marcus Daniel's steely determination and astute understanding of the match situation, something that saw him seize all opportunities to secure the win and the title for his team, was justified. But the overriding feeling was that, although a title was won, in the case of C&B, and lost in the case of Crusoe, there was a lost opportunity to showcase the talent of arguably Tobago's best 2 teams. There won't be any complaints from C&B, however, who with this draw retain the TCA two-day championship title.